So whatever the mechanical load that is there on the armature, okay, mechanical load that is on the armature, so the rotor shaft is represented by a torque of TL. Okay, you have a torque that is on the shaft itself, which is called as TL or load torque. Okay, it will get increased. So the more electromagnetic torque will be developed by the armature in order to balance this mechanical torque. Okay, so whenever you are rotating this particular DC machine, especially DC generator, you have a torque here. Okay, this is called as mechanical torque. Okay, so this is Tm. Electromagnetic torque or magnetic torque is Te, which are exactly opposite in direction. More mechanical torque, more will be the electromagnetic torque. Okay, so in order to balance both, you have the machine will generate more and more electromagnetic torque. In order to balance this, the more RPM you rotate, the more will be this thing. Okay, so coming to the working of this particular DC machine or any DC machine, you have commutators A and B. Q and P are the carbon brushes. You have an armature coil. In this, only one coil, one particular winding is shown for understanding. Okay, which is represented by A and B. You have magnetic lines of force or flux, okay, passing through this thing. Okay, whenever it is continuously rotating from 0 to 30 degrees, this much will be the amount of EMF that is generated. Okay, whenever it is rotating further 60 degrees, okay, this much amount of EMF will be generated. When it is rotating further 90 degrees, half cycle is complete. Okay, half cycle is complete. Okay, so sorry, quarter cycle. This is not half cycle, this is quarter cycle. Similarly, the next half cycle. Okay, so the next half cycle. So this is how the DC is generated. Okay, whenever it is rotating continuously, the DC will be simultaneously induced. Okay, so it is not exactly DC, but till here, till this coil end, it is AC only. Okay, after this commutators will convert AC to DC. Right, it will actually shift the voltage which is supposed to be present in the negative form also to the positive side. Okay, negative form also to the, that is the only reason. There is nothing much conversion here, only there is a voltage shift. Okay, so this is how the continuous waveform is generated. So when you check the peak, of this particular DC or the induced voltage, it will be a constant peak. Okay, so it will fluctuate between 0 to the maximum voltage or EMF, okay, which is supplied to your load and all, right? So apart from this, let us start with what is the constructional features of a DC machine. Okay, constructional features of DC machine. So we all know DC machine is an electromagnetic energy conversion device. It can convert, okay, it can convert mechanical power to electrical power. When the output is electrical power, which is DC, it is called as a DC generator. If it is AC, that is called as AC generator. That is the only fundamental difference. Okay, coming to the construction, okay, constructional features of a DC machine, it will have a body or a magnetic frame. It will have a body or a magnetic frame, or it is also called as yoke. Okay, and it has two types of poles. One is your core pole and the shoe on which it is rotated, and field and exciting coils, two types of coils. Okay, field and exciting coils. Field coils are meant for generating the electromagnetic lines. Exciting coils are nothing but both the things are the same. Okay, field coils, whenever they are separate, whenever they are given supply from the external source, those coils are generally termed as exciting coils. And you have an armature core which is also laminated. Field coils core also is laminated, okay, in order to avoid eddy currents and unwanted losses, iron losses. And you have an armature winding which is wound on the armature core, and commutator, basically used for AC to DC conversion. Okay, this is the only responsible thing which will convert AC to DC. And you have brushes to collect this DC, and you have end housings, okay, which will support your shaft, bearings and a shaft. Okay, These 10 are the fundamental construction parts or the construction features of a DC machine. Okay, look at this figure. This figure will illustrate the sectional view of a DC machine. Okay, sectional view of the DC machine. It has outer body which is also called as yoke. Okay, which is also called as yoke, and you have end housing. On both the ends you have end housings that will have bearings. Okay, these red color shaded regions are called as bearings. In bearings you have shaft. Why bearings? It will reduce the kinetic friction. Okay, reduction of kinetic friction. And you have field coils. Here you have field coils. On top of this field core or field shoe, you have these windings. These are responsible for producing magnetic lines of flux, which are cut by the armature coils, where you have the armature on top of the shaft. Okay, armature completely, it is a through hole type. Okay, where the shaft is introduced into this through hole for support. Okay, and this armature coils will actually are rotated by a prime mover connected to basically one pulley sort of arrangement. It is connected with your turbine or whatever that the general mechanical prime movers that are there. Even a diesel generator will be there. A diesel shaft will, diesel engine will rotate. The shaft is connected to this particular pulley. Okay, so on top of this particular armature shaft, you have commutators. Okay, these are two commutators which will convert AC to DC while rotating. Whatever the AC that is induced will be converted to DC by these commutators, and the collection of this particular DC supply is possible with the brushes. So brushes have outputs. These have two wirings. So from these wirings only we will get the positives and negative supply of the DC supply, whatever that is generated with this DC machine.